Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a video looking back at this year for LEGO Star Wars. There's so many good things to talk about from the year like Rebuild the Galaxy and Captain Rex's wiring. So that's really what I want to look at in this video. I want to highlight things LEGO did great in 2024 and hopefully will continue with into 2025. The first thing I want to talk about is the big UCS set from the year, the Sail Barge. Now first off, I want to say this is way better than I ever thought it was going to be. When I heard the Sail Barge was going to be the UCS set, I was kind of iffy on it. For some reason, I just didn't quite think that was UCS caliber and going to end up being that great, especially at the price point it was rumored around. However, I can admit when I'm wrong. This set turned out really great. One of the better UCS sets in the recent years in my opinion. One of the first things that separates the set from other UCS models is the amount of minifigures. Most only get a couple, whereas this case we got a good amount. And most of them are really great. Plus, it's really good to see Jabba the Hutt again. Hutt Slayer Leia is also good to see, but I will admit she kind of looks weird with those dual molded legs. Away from that though, you can look at this build and realize it's so good. The outside just looks spectacular and I love those huge sails on the top. Below that though, it's still awesome because you have a full and fun interior as well as a top deck that looks very smooth and stunning. In that interior though, you have Jabba's throne, a kitchen, a jail, and a control room. Plenty of room to play around in, even though this isn't a playset. All in all though, I just didn't think much of this UCS set, but then LEGO proved me wrong. They took a build and vehicle that most people really weren't all that excited for and made it something really special. This is something they should strive to do for every LEGO set they create. The next big talking point of 2024 was LEGO's original show, Rebuild the Galaxy. This was a very fun and enjoyable show, but the set possibilities are what's so exciting. This show serves as somewhat of a what if for the Star Wars universe, but in LEGO, and that can be really fun because there's so many possibilities and things that could happen. And when LEGO chooses to make LEGO sets off of that, you can get some really wacky, fun builds and characters. Hopefully more seasons or shows like it will be produced. The creative possibilities are limitless. From these three sets, you can already see how much they did differently from any other LEGO set we've seen in the past. LEGO makes this show so they can do whatever they want and make any sets based on it. All these sets from the show feel like classic LEGO creativity, and it's pumped into all three of these sets, making for a fun experience I would not mind more of. The three sets we've gotten, like Jedi Bob Starfighter, the Dark Falcon, and the TIE Fighter vs. X-Wing mashup set, are all great, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the minifigures all on their own. You have some true highlights here like Jedi Vader, Jedi Bob making his return after over 20 years, and even a Darth Jar Jar. There's so many possibilities that are open for this sub-theme, and I really want it to continue. I feel like these sets are going to do decently well, so hopefully that propels LEGO to make more of this show and more of these sets. Ideally, this would be something we could see in 2025, but I'm not sure they could make a second season of the show that quickly. So maybe we'll have to wait till 2026 to get some more. After that, we have the big anniversary figures from this year. Now, if you weren't aware somehow, this was LEGO Star Wars' 25th anniversary this year. There are 7 sets that they chose to include an extra figure in. These included figures were Saw Gerrera, which finally made a LEGO appearance, Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order, Fives, who's one of the most popular clones in the Republic, Darth Malak from the Old Republic video games, Nien Nunb, Lando's fun alien co-pilot in the attack on the second Death Star, Young Leia with Lola from the Obi-Wan show, and Cutie KT, the little pink droid with a pretty deep backstory that I won't get into here. I love them all. There's a few letdowns that could have maybe been better, but overall, really good. And really fun to see some of these lesser known figures get their time to shine in the spotlight, whereas we might not have seen them otherwise. And that's what really made this anniversary so much fun. We got highlights like Darth Malak, Nien Nunb, Cal, and Fives. 4 figures that are amazing and everybody has been waiting for quite some time. It's all of these figures' first appearance and at no extra charge to the sets they come with. This was such a great one-off opportunity for figures that we have wanted for forever and finally have gotten. Not to mention they all came with that classic LEGO quality, making them awesome pickups in so many aspects. It was such a fun thing to do for the anniversary, and I hope it continues for future anniversaries as well. After that, I want to talk about the throwback sets from this year. The first one and the best one is the Rebel Scout Speeder vs. Imperial Dropship. This was a perfect throwback set and what they should use as a template moving forward. It's extremely fun set that's a versus battle with plenty of minifigures and good builds. So on that front, it's a great set by itself, but when you tackle the nostalgia quality, it's just unmatched. The models were upgraded perfectly and look like a one-to-one recreation in the new style. This new and revamped form they gave them is terrific. It really leads me to want them to do this to more sets. Not only is it fun for us fans who are older and have that nostalgia for them, but honestly, this is just a great set in general, and one that anyone can enjoy. It's the perfect example of what LEGO should continue to do moving forward. Another set that amplifies that is the Droid Troop Carrier, another perfect set recreation. It looks fantastic and gives off old LEGO vibes even in the updated form. You can tell right away what set this is supposed to be, and it just feels like such a cozy little build from 20 years ago. Seeing how well LEGO did with both these sets makes me crave even more remakes in the future. Which is weird to say because I'm always after new sets. But LEGO's been doing such a good job with these nostalgia sets that I really would like more. The next thing I want to talk about is the MIDI scale, also known as the Starship series now. The first set of the sub-theme's return was in 2023, but it cemented itself in 2024 as here to stay with 3 new sets, and it officially dubbed it the Starship series. These 3 sets were the Millennium Falcon, the Tantive 4, and the Invisible Hand. I absolutely adore what this line of sets is doing. Small desktop displays are the one thing that was missing in LEGO Star Wars. The big UCS sets are awesome and very well detailed, but having something closer to that $50 to $80 range that's much smaller, very well detailed, and gives you the full capital ship was such a great idea, and something that us fans have been needing for so long. Not only was this the perfect fill of a need, but this also allows them to make more niche ships because the cost isn't as much like a UCS set. UCS sets are very big and it's a big production to make them, so they want to make sure there's a big audience to receive that. However, when you go to make a ship like the Invisible Hand in this smaller scale for only about $50, you can take a bit more of a risk because you know more people are going to buy it at $50. So while the Tantive 4 and Falcon are fairly common sets to see, and while they're still great, the Invisible Hand shows the promise of this sub-theme moving forward, giving us ships we haven't ever seen before that look great in this smaller detail model. It's something LEGO's already appearing to continue in 2025 with the brand new LEGO Star Wars Acclimator and the LEGO Star Wars Home 1 set. Both those are exactly what I mean when I say we need more from this series. Both those ships haven't really ever been seen in LEGO Star Wars, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. More of this in 2025, which LEGO is already delivering on. My next talking point is going to be about Captain Rex's Y-Wing. And how could I not? This set was such a big one for the year. I love LEGO making this fan favorite affordable. And even while the minifigure is the main attraction here, I can't skimp on the microfighter either. The Y-Wing might be one of the best we've ever seen. In general, I feel like this set revamped microfighters and shows what they could be and excel at, giving us one-off characters in a cheap set that everybody wants. I can't wait to see more in 2025, and it seems like microfighters are back on track and reaching their full potential. As long as LEGO continues with this theme of giving us fan-favorite characters we actually want in these microfighters, this sub-theme could become one of the best ever. I have one more clone set I want to talk about, and that is the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack. This is the perfect versus Battle Pack template. The focus is clearly on the minifigures with 9 of them. This is a terrific army builder. You get 1 Shock Trooper, 3 normal Phase 2 clones, 2 Battle Droids, and 3 Super Battle Droids. A fantastic lineup for a battle pack, giving you all you need to have a big Clone Wars battle. With all the talk about the minifigures though, I need to also mention the builds, which are very nice. The quantity and quality of these builds make it a super fun package. There's a ton of play value here. This is one of the few sets in recent memory that feels like a good deal at retail value. Hopefully this template for a set can be seen even more, as I think they did an absolutely phenomenal job with it. It's become one of the best battle packs in recent memory, and they should take this high and ride it into next year. And that is my last highlight of 2024. Looking back, this was actually quite a big year for LEGO Star Wars. When you start to compile all the sets they made and what they did this year, you realize just how much they were trying to innovate and improve this old theme. Even if it's not perfect, LEGO is doing so many things right and moving in the right direction. As much as people love to be negative I think LEGO's doing a lot right now. Particularly this year, I think we'll be remembered a lot more fondly than people are thinking about right now. Let me know in the comments though if you agree, or if you have anything else LEGO's doing well, or maybe not so good, that you'd like to either continue or change in 2025. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good new year, and I'll see you next time.